Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cut. 120. Now you won. Don't get nervous.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check 26, check 26. Super 1, Super 1. Check 50, check 50.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180. Right there, 56. So don't say nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
12. Maverick.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. The pass complete. It's Bird. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. 30. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Jaguars 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Nice, sweetheart. Check 23. Louis. Merlin.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Don't throw my side.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
14.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Let's go.
Jaguars nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Value three.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Five.
42-yard line.
On 2nd and a yard. Goff is going to fight. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hold on. Check. Slam. Two draw Porker. Watch out. Shit. No. Off. Begin.
Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Forced out to his left. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Four down.
Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Larson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him holding, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That one a first down pickup of 8.
20. 56. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Goff on first down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Completes it to Lee. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Goff. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Shell. Breakstone, travel. Shift. Watch twist.
Here's Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check pass. Check pass. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Check, check 43. Switch, switch, switch.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Crunch down, defense. Jumper, 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 jumper. Check 37, check 37.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Target, 47. Target, 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 target. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Go, go, go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, third and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Cut, cut, cut. Run left, run left. Gun tight.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 31, Goff. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Throwing on second and 14. Goff. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Goff now 14 out of 70, 82%. And it's first and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On second and 11 now. Goff. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third and 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Watch the switch.
From the gun on third down. Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, this from 48. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They run with Breida. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 5.
Check nickel. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Wilson. That escapes the sack. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Check, 4 down. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Not today, you are. Not today. Check 4.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Interception, baby. All day.
At their own 30-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check. Hey, kill. Check 13.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Grenade! Bang out! Bang out! Bam! Bam! You can't block me!
They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Check, check. Hey, watch the screen. Hey. Watch the screen. Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Wilson wants to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coach.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. It's the Lions who have the lead there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And now look at him go. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They will run it. It's Fournette, and he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Armstead. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take